As many of y'all know, the Rell Seas movie just dropped, and honestly, it was an hour and 5 minutes, and I know a lot of y'all probably missed a lot of things during that entire hour, so that's why I went back, analyzed, scanned every single frame of the movie to bring you everything that you missed, because honestly, there was a lot of things it covered, and to be honest, no hate towards the Rell Bros, but the video was not the best when it came to organization, so I compiled everything they said into neat little chunks of the video, whether it's combat, ship combat, lock picking, anything like that, and I have everything categorized into little things so you can find out everything that you missed in the Rell Seas movie. Let's get straight into it, bro. Alright, so just start off, let's get everything regarding testing out of the way first. So basically for testing, everybody is going to be able to apply for tester. It's just that the people with the memberships, either gold, nitro booster, event winner, or silver's memberships, get access to them a day early, so they've already dropped, and then tomorrow the regular testing apps will be going to everybody. They will be picking a small amount of testers that are dedicated to testing. They do not want people that simply just want to play the game. They're looking for active testers that will actually help them find bugs and help improve the game. And then after that testing phase, initial testing phase is over, every single person with a membership in the Discord will be able to get early access to Rell Seas after the initial testing is done. So no matter what tier you have in the Rell Seas Discord, as long as you have a membership, you will be able to play Rell Seas early before everyone else. And now let's get on to the progression of Rell Seas. So what they said is you can progress with literally anything in the game, whether it's chopping down trees, cooking, anything affects your character in different ways, as there's different talents for everything, whether it's wood cutting, smithing, or thieving. And they will be covering most of these stats in the second movie, as they stated, so there's not as much info as I'd like to tell y'all about stats, but it will be coming in the second movie, but that is basically all we know about now. There also is character grades, which go F through A, and a reputation system, which I'll cover later on when we get to the Marines. And there's different tiers to the utilities that you'll be using in game. So higher tier items like fishing, blacksmithing, anything of the sorts will allow you to get better items and get better stats and allow you to get massive progression boost. So it won't be you need to go fight bandits or fight different bosses to progress. You could do that if you would like, but you can progress literally through anything. That is the main thing they said. You can progress through doing literally anything in the game. Now the next thing we all want to go over is blacksmithing. So they said blacksmithing is a very fleshed out thing in Rell Seas. So you'll be able to add enchants to your weapons, upgrade your clothing, armor, anything of the sort. And they said you can upgrade a weapon up to 20 different times to like increase the damage and all of that stuff, and they will be going more over this in the next movie. Now one of the big things they did go over along with the blacksmithing is the crafting and blueprint system. So there will be blueprints will drop, but mainly will drop from Sea Beast, which will give you like the best blueprints. Finding people with like big ships, like NPCs that are on cool looking ships, will also drop blueprints for their ships. So let's say you defeat an NPC, you might get a blueprint for one of the things on their ships you can put to your own ship. An example they gave was getting dragon wings on your ship. You can also get these blueprints from exploring, and blueprints can also be armor, food, weapons, and anything of the sorts. And most of the good in-game items will be hidden behind blueprints, and you do not spawn with these blueprints unlocked. You have to explore to find all of these blueprints in order to progress in the game, unlock better things. Blueprints are the quote-unquote main progression, as they said. So if you wanted to like really get like good shit in the game, it'd be locked behind blueprints, man. You'd have to get good blueprints to get good items within the game. They also stated that there will be very different gameplay. You'll be able to do basically whatever you want. They said if you want to be a 5-star chef and open your own restaurant, you can do that. You want to be a merchant and sell items to other players, you can do that. That'll all give you progression, as there's no straightforward path within this game. You can literally do whatever you want. It's almost like a one-piece role-playing game, but with a bunch of stuff, bro. There's so much content. And next I want to cover the combat. There's a lot of combat changes that they mentioned, so I'll do it in order as it was mentioned. So they mentioned that they changed dashing. It'll be sort of like an evasive as well, and they changed the movement with the dashing. They also changed the movement with Geppo, so it'll be more camera based instead of just going straight up. Or if your camera's looking, it'll go in that direction. You go up, down, left, right, anything like that. They also have a ladder and stun based combat system. Think of ABA. So you'll be able to ladder players. There'll be different combinations for ladder, just like ABA, where they're holding space, whether you let go. They'll just have different effects like that. There will also be pairing in this game, and there'll be two separate types of pairing. So there'll be a normal type of pairing, which will just knock them back away from you, and there will also be a meter that is your Q parry. So as you attack them, it'll fill up this meter, and if you parry with the Q button, it'll knock them back and allow you to follow up with a combo. So you'll be rewarded for playing aggressive, and then once you do the parry, it'll allow you to start your combo. So like I said, normal parry, just push them back. The charge up parry will allow you to start a combo off your parry. There will be evasives. Will have different ranges on every weapon, and there will be custom crits on every weapon along with guard breaks. There also will be execution. So if you sneak up behind an NPC and warn them, kind of like depoking, it'll do a custom animation for the the execution. I'm pretty sure every weapon has a different execution. It'll do a lot of damage. It is mainly intended for NPCs, but hey, if you sneak up behind an unsuspecting player, you can get busy from behind. And there will also be custom pullout animations, pause on every weapon, and there will also be a system called quick draw, which allows you to switch to different weapons in mid combos. So the example they gave is you start a combo with a sword, you do an up tilt, switch to your weapon, and then put a couple caps in them and send them down. And that's basically all they said for the combat, as I wrote down. A lot of stuff for the combat, but they also say they'll be mentioning a lot more in the other movies, as there is 3 movies set to come out. So this is the first one out of a 3-part series, so there will obviously be a ton of info also coming out later on. Next thing they mentioned was the cooking and crafting. So they said the crafting is a huge part of this game, like an actual big part, and it won't be just like you need like wood or something to make like a crafting pot. You will need iron and every other material you need to make a crafting pot, along with the wood for the campfire, and you can make different things with the food. They said food will be a very important thing, and you'll probably want to cook on your crew. They also said there will be 90 plus armors to craft, and that's not even including marine clothing. So I'm guessing that's including like that's for Revolutionary Army, pirates, anything of the sorts. I'm guessing marine will have their own clothing. And the game was mainly supposed to be crafting based until they added blueprints to kind of lessen it up, so it's like a crafting simulator type shit. And there will also be a fishing system, and along with this fishing system, there will be mini games for everything of the sort, whether it's fishing, lock picking, cooking. Just a ton of mini games, so it's not like you just press a button and the action completes itself. You actually have to do some work, put in some work to get these mini games done to get your rewards. And then the wildlife, a lot of the wildlife that was showed off in the video, a lot of them had custom attacks. So a T-Rex spawned next to them. It was a big red T-Rex, and it had a fire attack along with its normal slash attack. So I'm thinking a lot of the wildlife will have custom attacks, and you can purchase mounts at barns, and in your inventory you can equip the mount, whistle it, and it'll come right towards you, and you can run around with it. You can also steal other people's mounts and kill said mounts, and they are working on mount combat for the second movie. Now moving on to ships, the ship system is mainly what this, if I had to pick one thing what this movie was about, it would be the ship system. They focused a lot on the ship system, and so basically in the ship inventory, you can select any ship you want and then go to the ocean. You can spawn it in, kind of like Deep Oaken's ship chime, but there is ship customization. So for pirates, there is 3 ship types: a sloop, a caravel, and they did not mention the other one for some reason. I'm not even making that up. They actually did not mention it in the video. And there is different ship stats and different play styles for every ship, as these ships are fully customizational. So you can change different parts of the ships. You can put battering rams on them. You can put damn steampunk engines on them. You can do anything you want. You can also get a shipwright for your ship to build you different parts. You can build different cannons, whether it's a heavy cannon or a burst cannon, and you can change the materials and the colors for said cannon, coming with different speeds whether you put on the cannon. So if you have like an engine on the cannon, it'll obviously move faster than a ship that literally has nothing and it's just like no sails and nothing of the sort. You can also place furniture on the ship, and you can have NPCs on the ship, crew NPCs, and to get these NPCs, you'll fight other crew NPCs and you can recruit them to your team once you defeat them. And these NPCs can actually engage in ship combat. They can man your cannons for you, so you don't always need friends online in order to do stuff with your ship. And even if you don't have any ship NPCs, you can control the ship combat while sailing, as there's ways to man every single cannon while you're sailing on the ship. And along with this, the ship combat is actually very good. They showed off that you can actually fight PvP person on the ships without getting flung off. So a lot of y'all know in Deep Oaken, let's say you do an uppercut on a ship, it'll most likely get you both sent off the ship, as the ship will keep sailing. You won't actually stay tracked onto the ship. They showed off if you do uppercuts, you'll both stay on the ship. If you geppo on the ship, you'll stay on it. You'll actually be able to have good fights on the ships without having to worry to get sent into the ocean. And they also said they want boat combat to be stronger than devil fruits. They don't want people just going around with devil fruits, flying around, just destroying ships. They want the ship combat to kill devil fruit users. They want it to be very, very strong. Like the Navy warships are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And with the ship combat, there will be critical points that you can keep hitting with the cannonballs to do multiplied damage. Along with these ships, there's different zones in the ocean. They mentioned tsunami zones, which you will take damage in, as the waves will be huge, as long as sinkholes that will instantly sink your ship and kill you if you get caught inside them. And if a sea beast shows up, it can turn into a stormy zone or a tsunami zone. This is an extra thing you have to worry about while fighting said sea beast. But the ship, it looks like there's a lot of ships. It looks like this is what Deep Oaken should be. The ship customization is honestly something else. There's so much customization in the ships, so many parts, and it's honestly, it's very hype. I'm very hyped for it. And going back to crews, there are in-game crews, and you can add co-captains to your ship. So these will be NPC captains. Like I said, you can beat them and get their crews on your ships, and you can get blueprints from fighting said in-game NPC crews. You can also create logos in-game using their logo creator, or you can import a custom logo for free for your crew. And you can also pick crew colors that will be on your ships and all of the outfits for everybody in your crew. And they will affect all clothes you wear, all armor you wear, and it will just be very crew based. You should have a very big crew. You should have a very strong crew. And hey, just saying, if you want to join the Dizzle Beard Pirates, let me know, bro. I will be the king of pirates. I will be the king of the seas, and I will be Whitebeard, just without the cancer. Now, one of the biggest things they were kind of finicky on was the Impel Down jail system. I was very hyped for them to cover this video. Sadly, they got sidetracked a lot of the times they're going to talk about it. I really am sad that they got sidetracked so many times, but the things that we did get from it is that there's 3 levels to being jailed. So if you fight a marine and you get knocked, you'll get put in a jail animation. That is level 1. And then if you don't get saved out of that animation, you'll get sent to level 2, or you have to mine rocks until your shackles are automatically taken off, or somebody breaks you out of prison. And in level 3, they didn't say much about it, but they did say you'll be getting tortured. So I guess that would be when you get sent to Impel Down. Attacking NPCs anywhere will alert the marines at that location, so they will start fighting you. They'll give you a warning, and then if you keep persisting to attack the NPCs or you attack a marine, they will start attacking you, and they can either grip you or jail you. And your reputation will get lowered as you keep fighting, so keep that in mind. If you want to be a marine, don't attack NPCs, don't attack marines if you're like an admiral and you can be corrupt, because I doubt anything will happen then. But sticking with marines, to become a marine, you have to go to an island and you have to talk to an NPC to enlist in the marines. The island they showed off was the same island you got jailed at and was forced to mine the rocks. So there is slave labor in Rell Seas, and in that same building there was an NPC to talk to rank up. Once you get a certain rank, you have to go to the royal government to become an admiral, anything like that. So big progression. Didn't really cover on the pirate progression, but I'd assume it'd be kind of similar. I don't know why there wouldn't be bounties, but this is basically everything they showcased in the game, along with a ton of weapon animations. So if you want to see those weapon animations, I'd recommend going to watch the original movie, because I don't want to just rip their own movie like that. This is supposed to be a digestible little summary of the movie, not a just full everything in the movie. So go check that out if you want to see all the animations. But yeah, this is basically everything they covered within the movie and everything you probably missed in the movie. And whenever movie 2 drops, I'll be making another video like that. And yeah, I'm hyped for Rell Seas, and if you're hyped for Rell Seas, go down there and sub, bro, because we're gonna be locking in, bro. It's time to lock in for Rell Seas. It is time for the best game supposedly to come out.